meeting of the Redevelopment Commission. Got a couple people that are late, so gonna hang on a minute. Did you, Roger and Ginny, did you get my quick email with the minutes from last month, which were not very elaborate?
Yeah, they're fine.
They're fine. We can go ahead and have a, we do have a
Motion to accept the meeting minutes from last month.
I
okay.
second.
Okay, Roger, and we'll do a vote by Roger first. You're on the left side. Approve.
Approve.
Ginny,
Yes, approve.
and I approve. So they are approved unanimously. Ginny, if you don't mind, can you kind of take a couple of quick notes?
Sure.
I know right now I need to text one of our people to see where they are. We all can go ahead. We've got a quorum, so we can go ahead and go over the parent application. Let me just quick do this. All right. Did you all have a chance to look at the application? Here comes Van. I know he was in a meeting, so he's coming on. He's probably on his phone because he was out of town. Did you, Roger, did you and Ginny have a chance to look at the application from the parents?
I looked at, go ahead, Roger.
I just glanced at them. I didn't have time to really go into depth.
Yeah. Well, as you know, Katie and I can never remember your first name. Dan. Katie and Dan Parent, who we're thrilled with what you want to do with the shed, are here. Their plans. Okay, Carol Moore, I'm going to be able to call her and get her on in a minute. She is out of town and can't get on the computer. Anyway, the parents' plan is to do some improvements to the facade. There's going to be signage. The total project is $55,000. Obviously, our grant money is up. You know, you can whatever you can get $2,500 of up to $2,500. And so I know that there are items, and you're planning on painting and doing improvements to the outside of the building, correct?
Yeah, I think the total scope of the project, and I may have given the bigger picture, and then we tried to break out what we thought just applied for the purpose of this application. But adding an outdoor shed area, and it's something that we've already brought to the town design review committee. So we've received our special exception approval there. But with the outdoor kind of pavilion area, we're also planning on extending the concrete slab on the 8th Street side of the building. And then that'll lend itself to adding some landscaping and some other pavers to, you know, make that a nicer looking area. We plan to utilize it, you know, for our staff during the day for breaks and lunch and whatnot. And then if we're able to, as we've, you know, mentioned in the past, have workshops or other events, it would be a place to host, you know, those as well. So.
And it's going to be an open air area, right? So it'll have a roof and then railings around the outside.
Correct. It'd be a really nice, we're talking with the American College of the Building Arts through their timber framing program. We're on the schedule for them to help us with this project. So it'll be a structurally strong, but aesthetically pleasing, really nice, nicely designed structure.
And that's on the cement building side of your building, right?
Correct. As you're facing the building, the front entrance to the left, there's already kind of some raised block areas with planters and a little bit of a concrete slab. So we want to just elaborate on that, cover it, improve the pavers that are already there. And then obviously where we're adding on, we'll create a new border perimeter around with some new landscaping. And I think I had some pictures. I'm not sure if those came through in the application, but we're going to add a big barn door, rolling barn door to the side of the building. So we really want it to look nice.
Yeah,
Sounds really cool.
they did come through, and it looks really nice. And I love your sign.
Yeah, so we do want to keep, the shed, referred to in that way. So we'll propose, once we're ready, some signage that includes that, as well as our company name and logo. So we think it's important to honor what the shed has been, and we want to just do what improvements we can for our purposes. But knowing where it is situated in town, and that it's a place for community gathering, so we want to
Nice.
keep all of that.
Roger?
And when did I don't remember, did you say when you thought this would be completed?
We are right now working through, we've just gotten our fire suppression system in for review with Beaufort Jasper, and all the different entities involved there. And so I think that'll give us, I don't know how to anticipate when that'll be done, but fire suppression is first on the list. And then, while that's going, we'll start working on this exterior stuff, the slab and the landscaping.
But you do anticipate it'll be done by June of next year?
Oh, of next year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The improvements to the block work and the slab work and, the planning and all that stuff, that'll be done by then for sure. The timber frame won't be. The actual shed roof, that's done in conjunction with the College of the Building Arts. They use it as a student project. And so that'll begin, well, that'll happen next fall. That's the earliest they have a class that works into that. And we wanted, to involve the students, and they need projects to do. So it's a really special thing. And it'd be a really, really special structure when the roof's on. But we will do the landscaping and the rest of the masonry, painting and projects beforehand,
That
pretty
has to
much
be done first.
ASAP.
So you'll definitely be getting the $5,000 worth of applicable project work done before June 1st of 2020.
Oh yeah, we'll
Correct.
get that going as soon as possible.
That's what I figured.
Yeah, it's because that's all you need to submit in order to get your funds,
Oh,
You don't
perfect.
have to wait until the whole project's over with.
Great.
Right.
Okay. That sounds
Yeah,
great to me.
the concrete slab has to be done before they can do the roof structure. So it works out timing wise that they'll need that in place.
That answers all my questions.
Yeah, and at that point, we'll be able to utilize tents or anything like that for functions and things like that on that slab, with everything else, beautified, however you want to say it. But we'll be able to utilize it at that point for functions and workshops and whatever. So
Looks really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're excited to get started.
yeah, it's gonna be nice.
We're excited to have you guys here.
Thanks. You'll see us around. We're going to be in the building at the end of the week. So.
Yeah. Hey, this is Van.
Yeah.
I'm here. And just so you know, I'll be able to monitor their progress from my window in my office. So.
I knew you would. Not too much gets by you, Van.
You would be surprised.
Roger, do you have any questions or concerns or anything? I can't hear you.
You're muted.
Unmute. No, I'm looking forward to that, to our new
enterprise in Port Royal. It's great.
Yeah.
We're excited too. Thank you for your consideration.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that's about all we need. We can go ahead and vote. We only have, unfortunately, 2 applications. So this is going to be a quick and easy process here. Unfortunately, more people did not take advantage of this opportunity that the town offers.
I think it's a great thing that y'all are doing this. I should have opened with that. It's a really neat
Yeah,
way we ought to help.
Yeah, I mean, we want to help you. We want the town to look good, and this is our way of being able to do it. And of course, this is welcome to town.
Yeah, we saw it. We thought, why not?
Okay, so if you'd like to make a motion, anybody with to accept their application and move it forward?
I make the motion to accept the application.
I'll second it.
All right, and let's go ahead through and vote. Any further discussion?
No.
Okay, let's go ahead and vote. Ginny, you've moved over to the left, so I'll start with you.
I approve.
Okay, Roger,
I approve.
and I also approve. So you've got it. Good luck. We look forward to seeing you.
Well, thank you, guys.
All right. And as far as Carol Moore goes, she is out of town and she couldn't get her connection. So I'm going to call her on my phone right now and put her on speaker. She is available. So hang on just a second.
Bye.
We'll leave the meeting now. Thank you again.
Thank you. Hey, Carol, I'm going to put you on speaker. We're in the meeting. I don't know that there's going to be many questions, but it was part of it that you were to be in attendance. And so unfortunately, you being out of town couldn't get here. So let me put you on speaker. Okay, folks, the next application is for the building behind. We're going to get all downtown, all spruced up down by the town office. Next application is for 610 Paris Avenue, which is the old brick building behind town offices. And Carol Poor is the property manager for the owner, and their plans are to soft pressure wash the building and paint the exterior shutters and replace the broken shutters and paint the upstairs balcony facing Paris Avenue. And that was a total of $7,500. Carol is on the phone. Welcome, Carol. If you.
Thank you. I'm so sorry I couldn't be there. And that was the old customs house. You need the history of the building. It was actually the customs house. They used to bring the young Marines in on the railroad from the embassy and barge them over to Paris Island before we had a bridge. And that's where they got their haircuts and all ready for boot camp. It has quite a history to it.
So certainly the what you want to do and your costs, again, you get 2,500 up to 5,000, the total of you could do is 5,000. So you're definitely falling within the parameters of getting a $2,500 grant once the work is completed and paperwork submitted. I know you are familiar with the process. Does anybody have any questions or concerns about this project? This one's kind of straightforward.
Was there anything in it that would require the design review or zoning or Linda planning to look at the plans? I mean, this is just basically maintenance, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It is. It needs fixing up, and it really needs some sprucing up.
I couldn't hear her. I'm sorry.
She said, no, it's just the sprucing up. There's no change to anything in the structure. It's just painting, cleaning, placing the broken shutters. And do you have anything to add to that?
You asking me? Or?
Yeah, there's no concerns with this that she
No,
had.
no,
Yeah,
absolutely not. And as a matter of fact, the owner did a fantastic job restoring that building in the first place. And I certainly see the merit of this particular project.
Okay.
All right. Roger, do you have any questions or concerns?
None at all. I think
Right.
this is exactly what this program was designed for.
I do too. I'm thrilled, Carol, that you were able to get this application in. I know it was a down to the wire thing with getting it done, but that's we appreciate you making the effort and making the effort to make the building improvements that are needed. So,
And I know she'll be appreciative too, because she's really taken a loss on that building every year from her cost of taxes and insurance and maintenance. She had to put in a new HVAC last year. So, every year she takes a loss. So it's a wonderful building. And I'm so glad that she was able, to buy it and restore it. Because at one time, the town had condemned it. I think it was way before Van's time, but it had been shuttered and condemned. And she came to the rescue.
that's great. That's great. Okay. You're going to say something, Jenny?
Yeah, just to make sure that she'll be able to get all the work done by June of next year, right? So that we can get it in this year's plan.
Certainly, we're going to make it happen. We've
All right.
got
Okay.
to.
All right.
Yeah,
I
just
think
from a financial year, we have to have the work all done and submitted for.
By
the
June
re-
1st of 2021. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right.
Okay. Thank you so
Carol.
much for your consideration. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Take care.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. We can go ahead and vote on this one.
I approve, or I move that we approve this petition.
I second.
All right. And we'll start with you, Roger. You're down on the left now.
I approve. I.
Hey. Ginny?
Aye.
And I approve, and with that, it is unanimous, and so the two applications have been approved. At this point, if, I don't know if any of you have any other items you wanted to discuss or bring up, or.
Well, other than we still, if we had $15,000, we'll still have $10,000. If we want to do another go round of this, do we want to consider that?
Are we allowed to extend it?
Well, on this particular one, we had limits. I think I'd have to check with Van on that. I know last year, one of the things that we did is we took the leftover money and tried to give people a little shot in the arm and help them when COVID came into play. That was extenuating circumstances. I mean, we set parameters. We can bring that up, but it'll shorten the time frame for being able to complete anything. So Ben, do you have anything that you can say to that?
I mean, there's the possibility of that, but obviously, we're also looking into those some pretty significant costs associated with the entryway signs that we're
Right.
going to undertake. So, but we probably, once we get a little bit firmer numbers there, I doubt there's going to be anything left over after these two plus that. So that
Okay.
could be it for this year. So
Okay, yeah.
That sounds fine to me. Yeah.
And I did see some renderings for the signs, and they do look really good. And addition of the one coming in on 170, I think is really important. So.
Okay. Answers my question.
All right. Any other discussion? We really had nothing else on the agenda. If there's nothing else that anybody wants to bring up. Kevin, do you have anything to add to our meeting?
No, I thought that was great. Thank y'all for executing that. And, I mean, we had the Pride program. Y'all really have ramped it up and revitalized it. And it was great seeing people take advantage of it. So.
And to go to two buildings that are so prominent in our downtown. I mean, those are very recognizable buildings, and to see the shed that's going to be improved, and then get that other building behind the.
No, and I think that's completely because of y'all's. I mean, y'all been pushing it and getting it out there and making it, shedding light on it. So it's good to see people taking advantage of it. So.
And I do think the signage that's going to happen is I think everybody's gonna like that too.
Yeah. I do too.
Yeah.
Yep.
Anyway. Go ahead, Ben.
And just real quickly, one of the other things that Kevin and the other council members have signed off on recently through resolution is the town's match for the larger streetscape submittal, the community development block grant for Paris Avenue. So beyond just the 2 projects that we're enhancing now, hopefully we'll be undertaking about $750,000 worth of aesthetic improvements along Paris Avenue, which will include, new curb work, new landscaping, irrigation, and new streetlights also.
Yeah, I saw that done at the last meeting. That's great. That's a great grant. I'm glad that was went through.
Well, keep your fingers crossed. The resolution went through. Hopefully,
Yeah.
Department of Commerce we'll see the merit of the project. Hopefully.
Yeah. Anyway, all right. I have nothing further to add. This one was short and sweet. But if anybody, Roger, you have anything to add?
Not at this time.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Roger and Jenny, for showing up, and Kevin and Van. And if we can have a motion to adjourn, and we'll call this a day.
I motion to adjourn the meeting.
All right.
I
Thanks.
second it.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
That was very short and productive. Good.
Sure. That's my MO.
That's good. Yeah.
All right, folks. Thanks a lot for being here. We'll see you again soon.
Thank you.
Thank